G'day legends. In this video, we're going to talk about what I think is possibly one of the worst purchases I've ever made for my recording studio. And that is one of these trusty reflection booths. Now, you may think that this looks like a great piece of equipment to have in your home studio, but the fact is it actually doesn't really do that much. And I'm not sure if it actually does anything besides making the vocal sound worse. And we're going to dive into why I think that this reflection booth is a problem. I know there's plenty of different options out there, and I'm mostly talking about these kind of ones that sort of scoop around the mic and create a little bit of a haven for the mic to sit within. So I'm going to do a couple of examples with and without the booth, and we're going to have a listen and see what's actually happening with this booth and if it is actually removing any excess room sound. Now you can probably hear a little bit of the room sound on my voice right now. I actually have the mic running through my AudioScape Opto because I like to track vocals with a bit of compression. And once you start mixing your vocals, you're going to add a little bit of compression, and that's going to bring out all of the reflections in the room a little bit more as well. So this just gives us a more honest, true example of what you're going to expect once you start mixing after using a reflection booth like this. So let's dive into it. G'day. I'm EASYCORE and I run Spinlight Studio in Newcastle, Australia. This is a voiceover test to prove whether reflection booths make an improvement to vocal recordings in a home studio. The mic we're using is the Lawton Audio FC387. G'day, I'm EASYCORE and I run Spinlight Studio in Newcastle, Australia. This is a voiceover test to prove whether reflection booths make an improvement to vocal recordings in a home studio. The mic we're using is the Lawton Audio FC387. G'day, I'm EASYCORE and I run Spinlight Studio in Newcastle, Australia. This is a voiceover test to prove whether reflection booths make an improvement to vocal recordings in a home studio. The mic we're using is the Lawton Audio FC387. So now we're going to try some singing examples with and without the booth. Anxiety, my mind won't rest. I close my eyes and my heart beats fast. With anxiety, I'm fearful of sleep. Those wasted hours make me feel guilty. Insomnia, my mind won't rest. I close my eyes and my heart beats fast. With anxiety, I'm fearful of sleep. Those wasted hours make me feel guilty. Insomnia, my mind won't rest. I close my eyes and my heart beats fast. With anxiety, I'm fearful of sleep. Those wasted hours make me feel guilty. So there's a couple examples, but we're in a fairly controlled space. We have a rug on the floor, some treatment on the walls, bass traps, we've got a couch. There's a bunch of stuff in this room that is going to diffuse a lot of the reflections. We can still hear a bit of room sound, and I'm not sure if I'm really hearing that much of a difference with this booth on here. Now let's take this into a space that's very untreated, and let's see if it makes any difference at all. Because there'll be a lot of guys who don't have any treatment and they think buying this is going to be a solution to the reflections and the reverberations in their space. So let's take this into a more echoey room and see what happens. So now we're going to do a singing example out in a more lively room. This is where I like to track sort of acoustic guitars and instruments where I don't mind there's a bit more lively space, and sort of band members and stuff like to hang out here as well when we've got a few people in the studio. So this is a more realistic idea of a space that you might have at your house with sort of less treatment. There is still like a rug and a little bit of treatment in here, but nowhere near as much as in the other room. And I think we're going to pick up a lot more reflection out here. So you've got like some brick wall behind here as well. So let's see if this makes any kind of improvement. Insomnia, my mind won't rest. I close my eyes and my heart beats fast. With anxiety, I'm fearful of sleep. Those wasted hours make me feel guilty. Anxiety, my mind won't rest. I close my eyes and my heart beats fast. With anxiety, I'm fearful of sleep. Those wasted hours make me feel guilty. Insomnia, my mind won't rest. I close my eyes and my heart beats fast. With anxiety, I'm fearful of sleep. Those wasted hours make me feel guilty. Okay, so what do you guys think? Do you think that there is any improvement by using a reflection booth? Could you hear a noticeable difference between those examples? For me personally, even after doing this test, I still think that this is one of the worst things I purchased for the studio. And I'm going to tell you exactly why, because these panels are creating a proximity effect to this microphone. So I'm not sure if you notice between those examples, but the microphone, when it's in the booth, actually sounds a little bit more mid-range heavy. And that's because this type of foam that's generally found in these sort of reflection booths only stops a lot of the high frequencies. It dampens a lot of that upper mids, high frequencies. It doesn't really catch so much of the stuff in the lower mids and down. Now I can hear noticeably a boost around between 200 to 500 hertz. There's this low mid sort of oomph that's added to the microphone. And in my opinion, it's coloring it in a way that I don't really like. It's making the mic sound a little bit muddy and dark. And that's not what I want when I have this nice microphone that details the voice. I don't really want to add a coloration by a proximity to a panel. So that is the main reason why I stopped using this, and I probably will never use one of these again. It just ruins the quality of the mic. And I remember recording vocals one time and just being like, why do these sound so muddy after the fact? I've been using that booth, and when I took the booth away, it fixed the problem pretty much instantly. So that's definitely a really big reason to stay away from these style of reflection booths. Now I have seen those ones that's like the ball around the mic, and I'm interested to test one of those out at some point, which we might do. And for these styles of booths, I would just recommend staying away from them and not wasting your money on that. Just spend some money on some better treatment in your room, get some thicker broadband foam to put up around, make some homemade panels and fill them with sound insulation. That's going to do a way bigger job than any kind of basic reflection booth like this, which is kind of more just a gimmick really, a bit of a cash grab from home studio owners. Anyway, I'm keen to hear your thoughts, so drop them in the comments below. So do you think it was an improvement or not? And what's your biggest purchase regret in your studio? Let me know in the comments. If you guys want to support this channel, check out the description link below. You can check out my website, got drum samples, some mixing courses, as well as there's a bunch of affiliate links to some awesome plugin companies below. And there's also a link to Sweetwater Music. So if you buy your gear through Sweetwater, consider using my affiliate link because that throws a little kickback of commission to the channel and really helps support the time that goes into making these kinds of videos. If you've been considering adding a control surface to your studio, then check out this next video.